Hey guys, welcome to my first office plant tour video of 2025. I'm so excited to show you around. I have so many plants in my office. Majority of them are begonias. So if you are begonia lovers, stick around. If you're absolutely not into begonia, you might not find this video very interesting. But hopefully if you're not a begonia lover, you will fall in love with begonia after this video. Then I will feel so happy and accomplished. And before we start, check out my new tattoo. Just kidding. It's actually allergy test. I got allergy test done like 2 days ago. I developed this allergy when I was pregnant. Um, just every time I leave the house, or especially when I go to the park, I have runny nose, watering eyes, itchy mouth, itchy tongue, itchy throat, everything just itchy, and I felt like I was dying. And then recently I figured out it's probably some sort of tree or pollen that I'm allergic to. And the result came back. I am allergic pretty much to everything outside, all the trees, oak trees, olive trees, pollen, even grass. But anyways, I'm not planning to take any allergy shots because they are like yearly, weekly commitment for years. So since it's not that bad for me, I'm just gonna do the spray. I'm just really happy that I don't have any allergy with food because I love to eat. Anyways, that's that. Let's get right into it. All right, let me give you a quick tour of this office. As you can see, two desks in here. One is Josh's, one is mine. They are very different. There is no plants on his desk. Well, kind of, but I have been encroaching, so there are some plants on his desk. Now he's okay with that. But yeah, that's my happy place over here, and that's his boring place over here. And then this is a guest bed. Whoever stays over usually stays in this room. And then I have a plant on the wall here, and that's pretty much it. I'll be doing most of the talking over here and over here. So some of you may know I work from home, so this is my home office setup. I love my setup right now. It took a while to get to this place. It used to, like, I used to just have like one or two plants, and this place just feels so bare. And it took a while, yeah, that I built up my begonia collection with all my lights surrounding me. Sometimes I have like early morning meetings because majority of my team is in Eastern time. So sometimes I have really early morning meetings. It's all dark outside, but with my lights and everything, I just feel like it's so cozy in here. Even if it's rainy and gloomy outside, I feel really happy just in my little happy place. And before we start, I just want to show you guys these grow lights that I got from Scentsy. They actually sent these to me. They are a 3-pack spotlight. See, I'll also show you the footage of me unboxing and installing them. They were super easy to install. They are very warm, like yellow lights, so that I love. I don't like those grow lights with pink or blue or purple. I mean, some people do. That's great if it fits your aesthetic. But for me, I definitely want to stick with like natural lighting. And then I have kind of like a 3-tier shelf. These two are perfect with these lights. And then the top tier, they're okay for now. They get enough sufficient lighting from my south window and north window. So I'll say they're pretty good for now. But eventually I might figure out some sort of hanging light for them if I feel like they need more light, but they're totally fine for now. And I'm just really happy that they fit perfectly in this little IKEA greenhouse terrarium cabinet. And I feel like my plants have grown so much in the past 2 weeks just with these lights. I want to show you that chloranura down there. So before I got these lights, this area was kind of dark. So all the leaves got so droopy. See, they all fell into the sides. Let me open this up. See that they were all like doing that, like bending down. So I was like, what is going on? And then I figured out it's definitely because of low light. See, the new leaves are all growing upward, reaching for the light. So, and then there's some new growth on everything. These two are even flowering. Oh, the inflows, I actually have a female and male that I'm planning to cross. I've never done it before. I don't know if I can do it. They are also 10 watt each. For this size of a shelf, you would want 1 to 2 lights. And because this one is so long, it's not a square shelf, it's like a rectangular. So I want to cover like all 5 plants or 5, 6 plants. So I did 2. I mean, I can do 3, but 2 is totally enough for the space. And same down here. And keep in mind, I have a south-facing window, and that one is west-facing. So I do get some light in the afternoon. This room is generally very bright. So these lights just really help with smaller plants and also with, gloomy, rainy days. All right, I think we'll start with this little triangle setup. So I have this acrylic plant stand here. I got it from Amazon. Like, they're so cool. The material is transparent, so it doesn't feel like stuffy around here. Like, we already have so many plants, so you don't want the shelves to feel like stuffy. I like how I don't really see the shelves. I know there's concern that acrylic might turn yellow over time, but that's another story. I'll figure it out once it turns yellow. But so far, I've used it for 2 months. They are perfect. Plus, I also clamped this grow light on here. I will link everything I mentioned on in my description box. So if you're interested in buying, you can check it out. Okay, so we'll start from the top. This is my Begonia Masoniana or Begonia Iron Cross. When I got it from Facebook from a private seller. When I first got it, it was a tiny little plant. And then I transferred it into the 6-inch pot. This 8 inches is just a copper pot. It's actually sitting in a 6-inch. And it just kind of exploded. It's doing so well. I've heard a lot of people saying like, oh, this is hard. It gets crispy, or I don't know. It just been really, really easy for me. I water it not even weekly, sometimes once every like 10 days, just because the pot is so big. So I don't have to keep up with the watering like too often. And these are all the new small leaves back here. Those are all the small leaves down back there. See the new leaves, the iron cross pattern. It's like red, burgundy red, same color at the stem. I absolutely love it. It's so gorgeous. And as they mature, it turns black. And then they mature even more, they fade. This one you almost can't see much black. But these are still black. But I have really, really old leaves that just kind of turns gray. I do think maybe they need more light. So I moved this light to here about a week ago. So before that, this corner just kind of little dark. So maybe that's why that it's fading in color. But I'm not too worried. I'm hoping to give it now with more lights. I'm hoping that they will stay like red like this, but I doubt it. They're just young leaves, they do change. And there is another hybrid called Begonia Masoniana Texas Shield, I believe. Steve's Leaves sell them. They are beautiful. I think the edges is red and the pattern is also red. Yeah, check it out. Or maybe I'll link it right here so you can see the difference. That hybrid is absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm gonna get that. But just considering the size that they can grow into, I'm a little hesitant because I just don't have that much space for like large begonias. But yeah, that's my pride and joy right there. Gelada YTI. So I actually got it from Lowe's. I got it on the clearance aisle. So the full price for the plant, it was 25. And then I got it for, after all the clearance and the sale, and the checkout lady was so nice, gave me a deeper discount. And then I got it for $4. Yes, 4. How amazing. Yeah. So, and it's been just growing really well. These are all new leaves, new leaves, new leaves back there, and these are all older leaves. When I got them, they were kind of like crispy like that. But it's been doing really well. I had to cut some leaves off because I recently had a leaf fungal mildew outbreak. So that fungal outbreak pretty much wiped out 10% of my supply, 10% of my collection. You will see like some of the plants that I recently unboxed from Steve's Leaf and Palm Street are no longer here. They're still alive. They're just in the quarantine out there in my shelf. They are all chopped. I chopped all the leaves with mildew and fungal on them. I sprayed with neem oil and hoping that they'll grow back. They will, because the stump is still alive and healthy. So just keeping my fingers crossed and hoping for the best. The rest of them are all soldiers, troopers, survivors. I will give some of them extra credit for like not even getting catching the mildew. I'll talk about them. They will be my favorite plant, and I'll actually. Sorry, I think I just touched my mic. I hope I didn't scare you guys. I'm still getting used to this new mic. You know what? I'm sorry. I need to move my hair. So yeah, I just got this from Amazon. I'm loving this. I think it really improved my audio quality. I'll also link it in my description box. You can check it out if you're also doing vlogging. But anyways, I get sidetracked so much. So the rest of these are definitely troopers. My favorite begonias because they made it. I'm still spraying neem oil on a weekly basis so that they're not coming back. I also work here, like on this desk, so I can see them like every day. I can just check on them all the time, which is good. If I see anything funky, weird, I'll chop them off. Chop, chop, chop. I don't even feel bad at this point because chopping 2 leaves off to ensure like the rest of the collection don't get infected is a good sacrifice. I don't care. I feel okay with it. All right, moving on to the Bravery Mosa. And I unboxed it recently. I'll link that video in this corner somewhere. Yeah, I got this from Palm Street for like $40. Nobody was bidding with me, so I just bought it. I've heard so many horror stories about this girl. Everybody's like, oh, it's so hard, it's the hardest. And I was terrified. I was prepared to like unalive it in like 2 weeks. But you know what? It's just it thrives in this house. It lives in ambient, not even in a greenhouse. And this is like the second new leaf that I have. New leaf, and there's new leaf, and there was new leaf back there, new leaf over here, and I recently just chopped the one in the back and propagating over here. Man, I don't know what I'm doing right. I haven't changed the pot that it's in. It's still in its nursery pot. I haven't messed with the soil at all. Although I will tell you that I am seeing crispy edges, but they're not like, it's not bad at all, you know. Initially, I mean, honestly, I'm not even sure if it's related to humidity or my grow light. Initially, I had it like right here, right up on her face. And then I'm like, starting seeing these crispy edges. I'm like, I don't know. I think it's burning the leaves. So I put it back. And so far it's doing really well. And with all these new babies on the way, oh, what a beauty. What a beauty. Such a beautiful species. It's not even a hybrid. You can just find it in the wild. It grows in the wild in Australia. Just a beautiful species. And that's my triangle buddies or best friends over here. And I forgot to mention that and that these two never got infected by fungus. Never ever. Everything around them had fungus, had mildew. They did not care. Nothing happened to them. Not a single spotting. Beyond impressed. But this girl is definitely struggling. You see that? I cut off 2 leaves. In case you're wondering, you just died. Not you. The gimbal. The gimbal died and took you with it. Okay. Where was I? Yes, they are absolutely soldiers. And they live right next to this girl, and she has spots all over some of the leaves. I had to cut them off. But yeah, they were totally fine. All right, coming down to here, I have my begonia silver jewel. Beautiful plant. One of the first begonias I've ever had. I got, and I got it as a small plant, and it just kind of grew very quickly. I have some crispy edges here, right here. I'm not too worried. And then I have so many new babies down here. This is rhizomatous begonia, and I think I have like three rhizomes in there. So it's just kind of looking very bushy, but see the new leaves back there. I think it's really loving its new spot under the grow light. And this one is a begonia Jurassic pink splash. Yeah, this is a very easy to grow rhizomatous begonia. I don't know why it's not that common. Like, you can't really buy it from too many places. Maybe they're popular, so as soon as nurseries have them, they're gone. But hopefully we'll see more this summer. I got it from a private seller, personal collector on Facebook. When I got it, it was in this tiny little plastic pot planted in moss. I just don't like grow begonias in moss. So I had to transfer them. And the roots of the begonias are so thin. When I separate the plant with the moss, the whole plant got really droopy. So it took a week for them to perk back up, and quickly gave me all these new leaves. These are all new leaves. That's a baby. Yeah, 2 plants in there, going strong. Very, very pretty. But most of the plant is silver. Only the center part is kind of like pink. So yeah, instead of a pink plant, I would say it's a silver plant. It's a silver begonia. And here I have begonia salsa. So that's also a plant I find very hard to find in local nurseries. Maybe it's because it's not summer yet, it's still spring. Begonias like will get cold and die in most nurseries still. So hopefully we'll see more in summer. But I got it from Etsy, the Green Escape. They are known for selling the seedlings. So this is a seedling. It's going to get big. The rhizome look very healthy and thick. So yeah, I just got it. I just unboxed it a few days ago. So it's doing all right. It's doing all right. A damaged leaf, but it's a hard leaf. Very pretty. The mature plant looks like butterflies' wings. Looks I would say I would put a picture here. It's not as pink. Right now the seedling looks like a watermelon. But the grown leaves actually look more like butterfly wings. All right, that's that corner. And we're moving on to the shelves. We'll go from top to bottom. I apologize if this feels shaky now because I'm hand holding my camera. The gimbal died, so it's going to be an adjustment for you guys. But I will try my best to keep it stable. Okay, on the top of the shelves, I have my Anthurium clarinervium, my favorite Anthurium for years and years and years, still is. So among all the begonias, we have these two imposters, fake begonias. They have such a special spot in my heart, so they can live among the begonias. And you know what the funny thing is? I've had so many clarinerviums over the years. They don't do well. They would get crispy and then they would stay like 2 leaf. They would not go beyond 2 leaves. And I don't know why they thrive among the begonias. It's not the humidity because they always live next to humidifiers. It's a it's a it's a begonia aura. The aura that's keeping them happy and thriving. I am convinced. That's my new leaf. I just like the shape of this one. It looks like it's so round, it almost looks like a forgetty eye. And that new leaf is a perfect little heart. Perfect little heart. I got this plant from Armstrong. I fall in love as soon as I met with this plant. So this is still a newer plant. I purchased it about 2 months ago. Yeah, so that's the first leaf. First new leaf. And then this one I got also a few months ago. This is a brand new leaf, and those two were the older leaf. They were there when I first purchased them. See, like I had this plant downstairs and they were just very crispy, not doing well. And then as soon as I brought it up with the begonias, with that one, the new leaf looks beautiful. And it's giving me an inflow. I'm probably gonna cut it off because I don't have pollen. And the first inflow is gonna be a male flower, and what am I gonna do with it? So I'm gonna cut it off. So hopefully the next one is not gonna be an inflow. It's gonna be a leaf. I hope. But this plant is probably give me like 7 inflows. I don't know. It just loves to flower. This is a Begonia natunensis. This is native to Asia. I believe is native to Singapore. I just love the round leaves. Ooh, you can see it. That's what fungal infection do to your leaves. Poor thing. I've sprayed the leaves again and again, so many times. I think that's controlled, but it just leaves a mark, and I don't want to cut it off because this is my newest one. Look at the size of it. This is a previous new leaf, and this is a new leaf. Oh my goodness. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is also a rhizomatous begonia. So I don't have a big rhizome. It's a very small, very young plant. When I bought it, it was a seedling. So it pretty much gives me a new leaf every like 2 weeks. So fast grower. You see the new leaves, they're all like red. And then the flower is white. Gorgeous plant. You could probably see my fungus mites. I do have a fungus mite problem, and I'm okay with it because what am I gonna do? I spray with neem oil. I have a fly trap right here. I'm trying not to keep my soil soggy. Like I'm doing my best. And I have a fan. I usually keep it on. Like that. Like I'm doing my best. But they're still here. So I'm just learning to live with them. Sometimes I find them in my food so annoying. But yeah, let me know if you have any other solution. I also used to put like the mosquito bits in the soil. They're not doing too much. They're okay. They're not doing too much. Sometimes they like get moldy too with the soil. So I don't know. But let me know if you have better solution. Leave it in the comments for the rest of us who are suffering from fungus mites. Thank you. Okay, coming down here, my second shelf, I have Begonia luxurians. like a little palm tree. New leaves. This is not my first begonia luxuriance. This is my second one. I bought my first one years ago from Logis, I believe. And during that time, I knew nothing about begonias. I just liked the shape of it, and I killed it pretty soon after. So this is my second try. Now I know better. I think I will keep it alive. All right, and this is my begonia listata. When I first got it, it was ugly. I'll put a picture somewhere. It was ugly, ugly. And look at her now. Look at these big leaves. Those are all brand new leaves. I think I have 3 branches in here and some new ones popping up. But yeah, let me move it out of the light so you can see the color better. There. Look at that. Red leaves and light green lightning vein. That's why the common name for it is cat eye, because it literally is cat eye. So pretty. I used to keep this plant right here, my south facing window. I was worried about leaf burn, but you know what? It just thrived. I just moved it back recently over here because I got these lights, so it's doing really well. But I think because it's winter time, so the sun rays aren't that harsh, it's not burning the leaves. But during summer, I would definitely not. I would have to draw the curtains or whatever, move them back, but I won't be able to do this during summer. That's cat eye, and that's pustulata. It's very similar to the silvery jewel. It's gonna grow up kind of like this fuzzy, bushy, rhizomatous begonia. Um, but I think I really just like the contrast between this light spots, white spots, and this dark green, fuzzy leaf. Very pretty. I also got it from Steve's Leaves. That's a new leaf. Okay. Cute. That's still in its nursery pot because I don't know. I'm getting a little scared about repotting begonias. Some of the begonias I repotted did not do well, and the begonias just stayed in nursery pot are actually doing pretty well. So lesson learned: don't repot unless they absolutely need a new pot. So this is my firework. I unboxed it from Steve's Leaf, I think 3 weeks ago. Um, where do I start? It also got attacked by fungal, so I had to cut off some leaves. But these are all newer leaves. And this leaf started to get really crispy a few days ago, and I realized the soil was too dry. This is one of the begonias. Doesn't like soggy soil, but also hates dry soil. So I have to water it pretty much twice a week versus like this and that. Usually like once a week or once every like 8 days, but this one twice a week. So hates dry soil. As soon as I start watering it frequently, it stopped. The crispiness stopped spreading, but I definitely need to cut it off. And the newer leaves are all okay. One of my favorite plants, but not anymore. And it's my fault. This is my favorite plant now. This is a Begonia Frida. Look at her. This is a hybrid. The hybridizer's name is Frida Holly. She's a very known hybridizer in the field and is just absolutely gorgeous. I've looked and looked and looked everywhere for her because I was heavily influenced by all the, Chinese plant bloggers. Frida is one of the most popular begonias uh, in among Chinese bloggers. Everybody has one, and I was like, oh, I'm dying for one. So I looked everywhere. I finally figured out the English name for it is Frida. and I got it from Steve's Leaves during one of the restocks. It's growing like weed. When I first got it, it had like 5 leaves, small, and then it just kind of all these little leaves. There's more down there. The underside is red. Look at that. Just absolutely beautiful. It's like the starburst pattern. And right next to her is my Begonia angularis. And I think this might be a white feather, even though on the website it's not labeled as white feather. Just because angularis doesn't really usually have this white veins. Usually it's just kind of green, very green. But mine has white veins. So I'm pretty sure this is a white feather. This is a very fast grower. Top leaf, middle leaf, top leaf, middle leaf. They're all new leaves. Slightly dry soil, slightly wet soil, they're all fine. This plant is just one of the hardiest begonias I've ever seen. I should probably do another video talking about the easiest growing begonias, like top 5, top 10 easiest begonias that you can kill. Okay, that's gonna be my next video. All right, moving down here, we have some soldiers that's healing from the recent outbreak of the fungal infection. This is a Java escargot. I've cut off so many leaves. These are all older leaves. Sorry, I haven't cut them off because they weren't infected, but they were in the bottom, so they weren't getting much sun. They were pretty ugly. A new growth, the newest leaf. Look like a little beautiful lily pad. Behind her is my escargot, the original Begonia escargot. This is a Java escargot. They're all like hybrids, but this is the most popular one among these two. They're just very sought after. They resemble like little snails. Very fuzzy leaves. The mature leaves, they are so big and dark, almost black. So just very interesting plant. Next to her is my U501. This is actually not a hybrid. This is a species, believe it or not. Very interesting. So I'm very happy to get my hands on a species, but unfortunately it was also infected by the fungal infection. So I cut off so many leaves. But these are all baby leaves, and then we have some new ones coming. So there's hope. This is my Marion Palmer from Steve's Leaves. I had to cut off. Man, this one was so heartbreaking because the leaves were so beautiful. It was a full pot. I had to cut off all these leaves in the middle because they all had spots and mildew. These are older leaves. See, like they've had a hard battle, and I had to let them go through a dry period because the soil was also soggy during the rainy season, those week of rainy days. I didn't water it and I let it dry out completely, so the leaves kind of curled up. But now the soil is very like moist. And the new leaves are coming out. More are coming. So it's definitely making a very strong comeback. This one is my silver coin. What was it? Coin? I forgot the name. This is literally one of my favorite plants. I pick it up and look at it every single day. I can't believe I forgot its name. I think it's silver coin. That doesn't sound right. Maybe it's right. But, ooh, so cute. It's completely silver, but it has that pink sheen. It really does look like those silver coins we use, right? From like the old times and the medieval times. And then right in front of her is my newest. I actually received it along with my salsa, both from Green Escape. They're all seedlings. This is one of my first begonias that I used orchid bark in the soil mix, and I realized like this guy is in orchid bark mix too. Um, it loves it. So I don't know. I'm gonna start using some of the orchid bark in the begonia mix. I just really use houseplant soil and 35 to 40% perlite with all the other soil. So this is the first one of the first ones I experimented with orchid bark because it's doing so well. Yeah, this is begonia twisted sister. The bigger leaves, oh my gosh, you can't even imagine just by looking at these little babies. They are very, very hot pink in the middle, and then the edges, this green part, they're gonna be black. So black edges, hot pink middle, big leaves. I'll put a picture right here. You'll see. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can't wait to see her grow up. And this is my fedora. So this one is doing great. Fedora was never infected by fungal. You know what? Like I'm touching all these leaves. Some of you might be like, "Oh my gosh, you're not sanitizing your hands. You're touching all these leaves. You're probably spreading the disease." You are absolutely right. Why did I do that? I'm going to spray neem oil on all of them right after filming. Ugh, I didn't even think about it. See, I probably helped contributed to the spread of the disease just by touching them. But that's only one reason. Really, like when you group the plants together, they all touch each other. It's very easy to spread diseases. Um, yeah, not much to talk about. It's just very cute plant. Fedora. It's not my favorite, but I don't hate it at all. It's cute, very cute. So this is a Begonia Serenconura var Lindliana. Whew, long name. The new leaves are literally like blue green, turquoise color, and then it turns into this beautiful green color. But look at the newer leaves. They're like blue and red and fuzzy, and this is a gorgeous plant. I don't see this at all. Like I've never seen this plant until I saw it on Palm Street from the seller. So I was like, "You're mine. I don't know what you are, but you're mine." All right, moving on to the greenhouse. And I feel like this video is taking forever. Okay, this is my Begonia U308. I got it from Palm Street. I bid for it. This was the first plant that they started the live stream with. So I felt like a lot of the people were not even like in that zone, in that bidding mindset yet, or a lot of them are not even joining the live. So I got this for 30. And then I think the second one, midstream, they sold for like 65-ish. So I totally lucked out. It's so cute. It's a terrarium begonia. Um, so it loves being in like a humid environment. That is my port cross with red crystal. So I'm super excited for this one too. The mature leaves are like leathery, dark. The texture on the leaves are just insane. They can grow huge and they do so well in ambient. So I'm definitely going to grow it probably like among the begonias somewhere on the shelf. Maybe among the clarinerbiums once they grow up. I'll give it a year. I think it's going to absolutely thrive. Unless I kill it. I don't think so. I think I hope not. Okay. Let's not jinx it, jinx my luck. Right next to her, I have my Ginny Galaxy variegated and my Snow Capped variegated. I got both of them on Palm Street bidding. $50. How much was you? 70 $70. And I absolutely love them. So this one actually have an offshoot, which is completely green, and it just took too much space. You're not special enough to be in this terrarium if you're green. So I chopped it, and now it lives in the prop vessel. I think the chances of them being variegated is extremely low. Oh, this is disgusting. I need to clean. Excuse me. I need to clean the vessels. But yeah, the chances of them turning variegated are extremely low. But that's okay. Look at the new leaves. Hot pink. This is a newer leaf. This one is a grower. I get one new leaf every week. Insane. That one I feel like it's going to be a fast grower too. That's the newest baby, and then I have a bunch of babies down there too. So I'm going to have to give it a repot. But I just got this one, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm gonna let it settle, get used to it, acclimate, and then I'll repot it. And by the way, that's my favorite plant. Period. Favorite. Period. Below her is my Chloronura. So that one is having all these babies too. And it's blooming. It's got a male flower. I haven't I shook it and I didn't see any pollen, so I don't know if it's ready yet. I'm gonna keep watching it. And guess what? Right across from her, sorry, him, it's a her. This is a 3. What do you call this? Ovary. This is a female flower. It's about to fully open. Inside of it, there are stigma, and once it fully opens, I can pollinate. I've never done it before. I'm nervous, but I'm watching and I'm hoping this will work. I've never seen a cross between Chloronura and a candy stripe. This is already a hybrid, so I don't know what's gonna happen. And I have to look. Maybe somebody already done it, maybe not. But I'm really excited to do it myself. And I'll probably do another video on it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Once it completely opens up, I'll do a whole video on that. And that is my river mimosa. That's a propagation of a mother plant. And that one is a Begonia berkeley dark form. These were older leaves. When I got the plants, they were there. And these are new leaves. So pretty. So once they mature, get a little bigger, under the flashlight, they turn this iridescent blue. Magical. So magical. I can't wait to do that. I've done that. I tried under flashlight. I can see a hint of blue, but I don't see that crazy iridescent blue, like the glow. But once I get that picture, I'll post it on Instagram. That's my candy stripe. This is a hybrid between Begonia iridescent and Begonia brevermosa. That's a mommy or daddy. I don't know which one that is, but that's your parent. So this one is a very sought after Asian hybrid. So it's so popular in Asia, and it took me a while to find it. And this is my propagation, my perlite propagation off of my Genie Galaxy. And that's my, oh, I want to show you the humidity. Right now it's 53 because we have this terrarium open, but usually it's around 65, 50, 73 Fahrenheit, and 50. 50 is perfect for begonias in ambient. They thrive between 40 to 60, majority of them. So this is a really good humidity for them. All right, over here, I have another imposter. This is my Platyforum, and I unboxed it from Ecugenera, Florida, a few weeks ago. So they all have roots. They're planted in soil, but these leaves are just still curled, not flat. I don't know if they're ever going to become flat. But guess what? There's a new leaf. Which means the plant is rooted and settled and happy in that pot. So it's giving me a new leaf. I'm not too worried about these old curled up leaves. And this is my prop wall. I prop majority begonias. Look at those roots. Look at those roots. Look at those roots. See this one? This is my Jurassic pink splash. Usually the babies will grow from the roots right here, but this one grows from the middle part. Grows from the center. This one too. Look at how big it is. It's probably time for me to transfer them to soil. But yeah, that's my prop wall that I need to clean because it looks absolutely filthy. All right, moving on to here. This looks a very strange setup, but this is just temporary. I just pulled whatever I have over here so I can put some plants on it. This is my Zumba. Man, this plant just won't die. There's absolutely no way to kill it. You can't kill. It won't get infected by fungal. It won't die. 2 weeks no water. It just thrives. It grows so freaking fast. Even though I said I hate hanging begonia basket, but it's about time for me to make one because I got no room for you. She just explodes. The newer leaves are all red. The older leaves are like this beautiful green with red veins. Look at these newer leaves. They all come out. They kind of look like eyelash too, begonia eyelash, because all these begonia eyelash. I don't have that one, but they're all so similar, so I don't think I'll ever get a begonia eyelash. But yeah, look at yeah, if you are first getting into begonia, you really don't know what to get, and you are so afraid of killing begonias, get this. Get Zumba. There's absolutely no way you can kill them. Alright, this is my Morange. I got it from Home Depot. 2 big leaves, new leaf coming. This one was infected. This was kind of my quarantine zone over here, but nobody cares. She didn't care, and it's slowly being nurtured back to health. And this, oh, I gotta talk about this. This is my Autumn Amber. I got it from, I believe Armstrong. Yes. So I cut off pretty much all the older leaves, and these are all new leaves. I used to have it on the shelves. All the new leaf came out this color. I was like, I don't like yellow. I understand begonia's color will change with season, with temperature. Like a lot of them don't stay the same from winter to summer. And this is exactly the same. During fall, winter, the color get very dark, and then summer they kind of like get bleached. But I was like, I don't like that color, so I chopped off the older leaves. These are older leaves. I chopped them off. I have some really big ones. I chopped them all off, and then I sticked it right in front of my south window and gets a lot of direct sun. It was kind of a pet project. I was like, if it gets burned, that's fine. I'll move it back. If it doesn't, we'll see. And it didn't get burned. I look at the new leaves. They're just blood red. Look at that. Man, some begonias, huh? They like bright light. But then again, don't like try this with every begonia. And also, it's winter time. And also, I have neighbors. I just have this little bit of the sky. So I don't have that strong of a south light, you know? So all these factors um, allowed me to put begonias in front of a south window without curtains. But like I said, in summer, I will definitely make sure to draw my curtains because that sunlight is very different from the sunlight now. That is my Kit Kat. I got it from a nursery. I walked in there, everything looked dead. And then I found her. I was like, oh my God. The branches were all like bare. And then I brought it home. It kind of just thrived. All these new leaves popped up. It grew like weed. I will categorize this guy with the Zumba because you can't kill. No way you can kill her. No disease can kill her, nothing. And this is my Florida Ghost, sorry, Florida Beauty. There's new growth, not much to talk about. She's beautiful. This is my Bassier FF. This is my, oh my god, this is my philodendron caramel marble. Let me tell you how much I spent on it. I paid $50. Yep, $50. So somebody listed on Facebook for 50, and literally 2 minutes after I saw it, and I was like, "Can I pick it up now?" She said, "Wow, yeah, I just listed it." And I drove over right away. She's 10 minutes from me, and I picked her up. I was like, "Thank you so much." She's like, "Oh my God, you're so fast." People like, apparently some people be like, "Can you hold it for me? I'll pay you a lot more." But because I was so fast, and she happens to be a very good seller. Plant is known for its slow growing, so I'm not gonna, no pressure. Just take your time, no pressure. Look at this new leaf, absolutely gorgeous. And this is not a tissue culture. Her plant is huge. She's had that plant for like 5-6 years probably. Huge plant. So this is not a TC. Not saying TCs are bad, but TCs are little tight, slightly unstable. And it's just special to have, something that is not TC in the world of TCs. Ripsalis paradoxa, beautiful plant, very easy to grow, very fast grower. It's funny, like I always feel like I'm that crazy plant lady that all my neighbors be like, "Oh, it's her, crazy one with all the lights and all the plants." Because I don't draw my curtains. Anybody can just see in. I'm one of those. All right. The last bit is this older plant is slowly giving its energy back into the new leaves. It's gonna say bye-bye. Okay, so this is a Anthurium SKG silver crossed with crystallinum and crossed with pap. This is a new leaf. It is damaged. It when I first got it, it was a tiny little new leaf, but it was very damaged already. So I knew once it opened up, it's going to look rough, but that's okay. I like the color. And then we're gonna have a new leaf coming soon. This is a very gorgeous cross. I really love Anthuriums. Such beautiful genus. But you know what? No. No. I'm gonna stick with Begonia. Stick with Begonia. Stick with Begonia. You have no more money for Anthuriums. No. I feel like every genus is like a rabbit hole. Like you just go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And if you decide I'm gonna jump into another rabbit hole, I'm going broke. Plant broke. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my office plant tour video. I'm really sorry that my gimbal died, otherwise you would have seen more of me. I will be able to hold the camera better. The whole time you just saw plants, not my face, but that's okay. Plants are the main character anyways. So hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you want to see next. Do you want to see like the top 5 easiest begonias to have? You want to see me pollinating these two? Or yeah, let me know what do you want to see, or you want to see a whole house tour, because I have a bunch of plants downstairs in the playroom, in the loft, in my bedroom. Yeah, you know that I this is not everything, right? Yeah, it's really nice making another video of my plant tour. I miss it. It's one of the long videos, so if you stuck around till the end, well, thank you very much. Oh, why did I need to get used to this mic. I always cover it up like it doesn't exist. I'll get used to it, I swear. Yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.